One reason America's politicians fight so hard to stay in office is that they are a little like overlords. They get privileges that you and I don't get. The Senate, for example, has a senator's only barbershop. I once asked Kennedy, host of The Independents, to check it out.
You can also get manicure, little waxing.
The Senate barbershop loses about $250,000 every year. Maybe that's why they didn't want Kennedy taking pictures.
You can't film inside. No? No.
The House once had a subsidized barbershop too, but the Gingrich Republicans privatized it. Now it doesn't cost taxpayers any money. Pete Sepp of the National Taxpayers Union explained why the Senate hasn't done the same.
The sergeant-at-arms here keeps saying, I'm going to get to it, I'm going to get to it. Part of the problem is some very expensive legacy employees getting paid $70,000, $80,000 a year.
Another thing Congress gets is an exclusive subway system. That's so lawmakers can be whisked from their offices to the Capitol and back. The train's often empty, but it still costs you millions. And at Reagan Airport, congressmen get their own parking lot.
Hi.
Kennedy tried to park there, too.
Can I park here?
No, ma'am, you can't. You can park in the garage.
After all, she's not an overlord. How much do the overlords in your state spend on themselves? A website called openthebooks.com lets you put in your zip code and track what your representatives do. It's run by Adam Ajewski. He tries to keep track of the more secretive ways that the overlords spend our money. That's a good thing you do that. And I should disclose that no longer does the Senate barbershop give manicures, so things got a little better, and they don't lose as much money as they used to. But you find that many of these guys continue to act like overlords.
Well, certainly. I think the political class in America has learned how to game the system for personal profit. So how do they do it, John? Well, a couple of different ways. They pad their payrolls and they set up employment farms within government at taxpayer expense. They also pass
employment farm.
Like on the Phoenix VA. Veterans couldn't get in to see a doctor because there was only 226 of them. But at Phoenix, where the scandal broke this spring and this summer, there was 3,170 employees. These are employment farms we've come to determine in government and not, for instance, on the VA in Phoenix, a medical system. Another way that they do this is through passing bloated patronage contracts to their friends.
Examples of egregious spending. The Eisenhower Memorial.
I think it's been 15 years. There's 9 staff employees, $65 million. They've been back in Congress asking for another $70 million of appropriation. We don't even have approved plans yet. There's no foundation built.
But very few people are screaming about this. The idea that $65 million for nothing over 11 years, oh, it's just we're following the rules.
In my home community college, the College of DuPage, the president has a $500,000 compensation package. It's a 2-year school. He built a wine cellar and an upscale French restaurant.
And I was surprised to read in Massachusetts that the governor was going to spend $9 million renovating his office. And I thought, this has to be a typo. I checked it out. It's not a typo. $9 million.
And some of that $9 million is probably warranted. It's an historic property. There's broken windows. Some of the walls are cracked and things like that.
We contacted his office and they talked about, oh, this is a historically significant landmark. Okay, it is. The space didn't meet federal accessibility requirements. We installed low-flow plumbing for water conservation, blast-resistant storm windows. You know, maybe some of those things are good, but $9 million on an office? Real people don't do that.
Exactly. Look, if the governor of Massachusetts wants to do something good on behalf of the great people in his state, he can start by opening the pensions. We made that request to him.
That's the big money, the pensions.
Absolutely. For instance, I'm from Illinois, John. And so what we discovered...
I'm from Illinois too, but I don't live there anymore.
And a lot of people are moving out. And one of the reasons is, recently we discovered that a union lobbyist, a pair of them, had substitute taught for 1 day in the public schools, and then they stood in line to receive $1 million worth of state teacher pension.
People used to say, you go into government, you're paid less, but you get a pension. Well, now they're paid more, and they get twice the pension. In American Enterprise Institute says 23 states pay $750,000 or more in lifetime retirement benefits, and the workers in 8 of 23 states become a pension millionaire.
Well, if you're a retired educator in the state of Illinois, we've done the analysis. Every single dollar that you put into the system over your working career, you get all that cost basis money back in your first 20 months of retirement.
Let's go back to the ugly scandal at the VA. People weren't treated, some may have died, and yet $5 million in bonuses went to VA executives.
Over a 3-year period into that scandal breaking, $5 million of bonuses was paid to the brass. Even in Eric Shinsecki's office of secretary, they got bonuses. The top legal counsel got bonuses. The inspector general themselves got bonuses.
I like the way Reason TV's Remy describes what the VA officials did.
We're gonna grab a piece of paper, yeah, and we'll make a second list. Yeah, wait, what? We'll just say that wait times aren't that long and that no deadlines were missed. 'Cause there ain't no doubt we can't be fired. God bless the government.
They can be fired, but it's almost impossible.
Well, and this is why we need citizen engagement, because when we showcase the bonuses in Phoenix, the director of that facility, Sharon Hellman, she had received in 2013 the largest bonus out of the 3,000 employees.
She got fired?
Her bonus was rescinded. Finally, after months of
She get
defending
fired?
it, I think she's still there, but her bonus was rescinded.
Nobody gets fired.
$9,300.
Thank you, Adam.